welcome to Random Thoughts Thursdays. For those of you that don't know, my name is Maddi Kempf and I'm a barrel racer. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to properly wrap a horse's legs. This is something that I've been asked quite a bit. So today I'm going to show you how to do a standing bandage as well as just a straight up polo wrap on its own. Okay, so a few things to remember when you're doing a wrap on a horse's legs is one, and this is something I learned in 4-H as a kid and it stuck with me, is to wrap like you're swimming. So what I mean by that is if you were to do a breaststroke like this, that's how the direction of the wrap. So they come from the inside of the horse's legs and come out and around, so like you're swimming. So another thing to remember is the amount of tension that you're going to use, especially with the standing bandage. I pull pretty tight because there is kind of, the padded part that is going to offer you a little bit of relief. And if you're wanting it to be a compression bandage, you do need a bit of pressure on there. So the thing about learning this through a video is that something I can't really show you. Whereas if you do learn with someone, they can kind of give you a bit more direction on how much pressure to have or how hard you're pulling, if you know what I mean. But you'll get the general idea today. I've got my model Grinchy in the background. So I'm going to actually show you guys how to do a standing wrap properly. The thing with wrapping a horse's legs is you can cause more damage than anything if you don't do it right. When you're doing a standing wrap, it's a lot more forgiving, so you're kind of safer when you do a standing wrap, but I'm going to show you how to do them properly so at least you know. They're really good to use when you're doing long trips in the trailer. If your horse has any inflammation in their legs, this will kind of act as compression to bring the swelling down. Or if you've ever had a horse with an injury and they need to have the leg bandaged, you kind of need to know how to do this. It's a good kind of tool to have, so I'm going to show you how to do a standing wrap. Taking the bandage, I'm going to hold it there, wrapping around, and then remember, like you're swimming. So from the inside, I'm going to put the end of the bandage on the inside of the leg here and pull towards myself. And I do mine pretty tight. If you're wanting to do this as a compression type bandage, you're going to need some pressure there. So keeping that tension and moving down the leg. Supposed to be my one that stands still. And then I'm going to come back up. And usually I will kind of get almost back to the top. Maybe have to loop down one time before I close off the Velcro. Hi, pretty girl. So my lovely model. And you can see I don't get too concerned with kind of their ankle fetlock type area. I kind of just keep wrapping around because it is a standing bandage. Okay, so same thing with just a straight up polo wrap, like you're swimming. So I'm going to put the end of the wrap on the inside of the leg, kind of against that tendon there, and pull towards myself. Okay, so when I get down to the ankle fetlock area with one of these, I'm going to be sure that I'm going to swoop down and come back up. So you can almost see that it crosses in the front. I'll zoom in on that first in a second here. Okay, so you can see in the front here, I have this kind of like crisscross almost. So you come and swoop down underneath and then cross back over, and that's how you'll get that. So a couple reasons why I don't actually use polo wraps. I will do standing bandages, yes, but I don't use polo wraps when I run my horses. I prefer to use sport boots. major reason is that you can cause a lot of damage with a polo wrap done incorrectly. I do know how to do them, so you know I'm not worried about causing damage to my own horse, but there's not really any room for error, whereas with a sport boot you can't really go wrong. You're not going to cause damage by, you know, it being a little bit tighter, a little bit looser. And I do think personally I like that the sport medicine boots kind of absorb a bit more shock. People will argue with me on that. It's just a personal preference. I prefer to use the sport boots. I also like that sport boots come on and off way easier and they're way less time consuming. So that's just a personal thing. I prefer to use a sport boot over polo wraps. All right, so if you're still unsure about it, don't wrap your horse's legs. So I don't want anyone to be causing any extra damage to the horse's tendons or anything because it was done incorrectly. But if you're like, I think I kind of know what I'm doing in this video, is maybe just solidifying that for you or giving you some direction, awesome. But yeah, be careful. And if you're a little worried about it, go and find someone in person that knows how to wrap a horse's legs and ask them to show you. That way you can actually get them to show you the proper amount of tension and that kind of thing. I learn better in person. A video can be helpful, but I just thought I would kind of give you that disclaimer, is that you can cause damage with polo wraps, so just be careful. Well, thank you for watching, you guys. I hope that that was a helpful video for you on how to do polo wraps and standing bandages. If you have questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. And if you guys like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it.